Thank you, everyone, for joining in again. It's yet another episode of my career development series. And today I've got yet another unconventional career path, which we're going to be talking about, which is image consulting. And the guest for today is Mrs. Sandhya Anatani. And she is an image consultant, a soft skills trainer, as well as an NLP master practitioner. And she completed her academic degree, as she pursued LLB. Then she went on to do her PGDM in international business in HR. And then she developed her interest in a foray into image management and NLP, making her a trainer with some exceptional skill set, obviously. I also see a lot of her videos on Instagram as well as on, LinkedIn, wherein she helps the audience with basic communication etiquette, or with, host etiquette, guest etiquette, whatever it is. And as an overseas education consultant, she has also met and trained thousands of students in language skills, interview and presentation skills. She's also a faculty with NIFT Gandhinagar, PDPU, GLS, and many such reputed institutes. And it's an honor and a pleasure having you on my show. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting the invitation.
Thank you so much, Daria, for having me over. I have also been following you and seeing, how you're engaging your audience and how well you're doing it. So I was very excited, honestly, to hear from you. It took us a little while to kind of coordinate and connect together,
Yeah,
but I'm very happy to be here today.
likewise. So, ma'am, actually, to begin with, I really want to know a bit more about how, because you went on to do a professional degree in LLB, right? So, how did the transition, because these are two different spheres, very different and apart from
Right.
each other. So, how did that transition happen wherein you started probably developing an interest or inclination towards something like image consulting?
Right. So, my father is a lawyer, and when I was studying, I think not even studying, when I was a child, it was very clear to me that I also want to pursue law at some stage in my life. I would wear his coat, and then walk around the house, and that kind of developed into this inclination towards law.
Okay.
When I was studying law, I got very interested in trade unions and how humans and law interact, and especially in professional settings. So I also ended up doing my postgraduate diploma in human resources. Uh, yeah, so I was practicing for a very short bit, but in that period, I realized that all that glamorous thing, that the black jacket and walking and representing yourself in a courtroom, how we see it in movies or how it is depicted in our visual media is very different from the actual job, right?
So,
So I didn't feel that my personality fitted into that kind of a area of work. So I was a lawyer for about a year and a half, interned with a couple of other lawyers here. But along with that, I always knew, and I'll tell you this is very interesting. I always put the entire onus of my career on this one exercise. So you all heard of SWOT analysis, right? I'm sure everybody who's a management student here hears of SWOT.
yes.
So when I was doing my law or a short job after it, I was sitting in my office one day and thinking, okay, how do I, what do I do? What am I good at? I think by 25, 26 or so, you do have a little idea of what you're good at. But you're still, there's so much to do and new fields keep coming up and all. So I was sitting around and wondering that where does my strength lie? Now,
Hmm.
the postgraduate diploma in human resources did unlock one very important thing. It was taking feedback, right? I studied about 360-degree feedback and
Yeah.
yeah, appraisals and all. So I
Right.
said, chalo, logon se hi feedback le liya jaye. So I
Okay.
called a few friends, I called a few people, and I asked them, what are a few things that you think I am good at? And these are the things that stood out. They said, Sandhya, you're very good at communication. You're very persuasive. You motivate people very well. And you naturally you want to do good things for others. So I used to be an agony aunt also to a lot of my college friends and all. And
Mhm.
that's when I realized that, right, my strength lies in human connect, right? In
Right.
in motivating people, in speaking with people, in engaging them. I'm not a salesperson. I'm very poor at sales, right? But I knew that apart from numbers, it is this human element that engages me a lot. So that's how I went into soft skills training. And eventually, I realized that image consulting has a lot of potential, especially in Indian market, looking at the kind of, professional expectations organizations have, but academic limitations that our institutes sometimes pass to us. So when I was in college, I never had a soft skills program. I never knew what it was. We were never trained on communication skills. We were only taught history, maths, geography. While that is important, personality, right? The art of conversation, the art of convincing somebody is
Right.
something that I think people just pick up as they progress in their life. So
True.
I decided to make these areas, my work, so that I could bridge this gap between academic and professional expectations.
Perfect. I think that's been quite a journey, and I think it's
Yes.
turned out to be a very fruitful one. Um, so that brings me to asking you now that obviously you are working as a image consultant for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for my audience? What image consulting basically is in just simple words, and what is the ABC or the basic, let's say, a roadmap to what image consulting is actually?
Right. So when I became an image consultant in 2011, it was a very new field, right? And image consulting was mostly associated with graphic designing.
Okay.
And trust me, the area, even today, my profile is still somewhere on Naukri.com and Monster Inc. and
Uh,
Monster.com, and I still get emails offering me 3D animation jobs because it
okay.
has image.
Image in it.
So
Okay.
image,
Got it.
yeah, right.
Got it.
So I think people think image is the picture, but
Hmm.
I would say that image is how you see yourself and how the world
All
sees you,
season.
right? The world may see a picture, but you see yourself as an individual, as a human with so many different characteristics and potential. So
Right.
image consulting is all about aligning your inner potential with your external image. How
Got it.
you present, how you're visible to others, how you communicate, all of that is a component of image management.
Right. Right. Perfect. So, let's say if I had to ask you that I'm assuming that we have some freshers here. We probably have some working professionals as well. So let's say a fresher straight out of college wants to probably build a career in image consulting. How could they go about it?
Right. So I know quite a few image consultants who have studied the program even in their undergraduates. So you don't
Oh,
have to finish your graduation to be able to do this.
wow.
Yes, but a little knowledge of psychology, a little experience of the world, maybe if you've done a job or two, that adds the layer, of your skill.
Got
So
it.
image consulting can be done by anybody who is 16 or 17 and above. It is a very person oriented field where it's very associated with training and coaching. You're coaching and training an individual or an organization to create a projection, a brand for themselves that
Hmm.
is aligned with their values. That is
Got
image
it.
management, right? Anybody can do it. I know a lot of women who do it, who take a sabbatical, or who finish their bachelor's and realize, well, I still want to go into a glamorous job, and they
Hmm.
end up becoming an image consultant. But it's not just about clothes. A lot of times people think that I just help people shop. It's so much more than that. It is your personality assessment, identifying who you are as a person so that your exterior can be aligned with it. Your clothing, grooming, your speaking can be aligned with it.
Right. Perfect. So, since you told me that, so are there any professional courses as such which they can take up for
Yes.
image consulting?
Yes.
And which are the institutions, if you could probably let them know?
Yeah. So, image consulting is a profession which was introduced to India by the institute that I studied it from, which is Image Consulting Business Institute. The head office of this institute is in Mumbai, but I'm sure they have more than 20 offices across India,
Yeah.
and they are the ones who partnered with Consel Institute America, which is the considered the mother of image management in the world. Judith Rasband is the owner of it, and she is considered the image master, right?
Right. Right.
So that's how the program found its way into India. However, since last 10 years, ICBI is the only institute which has, been regularly training people into image management. They've got a variety of programs to choose from. In fact, earlier it was just image management, but now it is also soft skills training. I think they'll soon be, coming up with another area of programs. So for 10 years, ICBI has been the only institute. There might be other institutes which have mushroom, but they are more about image management of an individual rather than training somebody to become an image consultant. So ICBI is the institute that you should approach or connect with in case one is interested.
Great, great. So, just one last question from my side, which I would also like you to probably, I think it would be very helpful for the audience. Are there any, I'm sure when you're applying, let's say, even if you do it from an institute, I'm not sure if you have like campus placements of sorts or particular job roles as an image consultant. However, even if you want to start your own solo practice and, do it individually like you're
Hmm.
probably doing it, what do you think are certain key skill sets which one must possess in order to be hired or start your own image consulting firm, probably?
Right. So, because it has a lot to do with communication, one, your language and your communication should be good, right? Second, you should genuinely be interested in people, right? If you're an introvert, a very shy person who's not usually engaging with others, then this is not a field for you because you're supposed to train others to become extroverts and, to mingle around and to present themselves.
True.
So, your own personality has to be a little outgoing. Good networking skills are essential. Yes, fashion knowledge, the knowledge of makeup and dressing and pairing clothes together is all provided by the institute. So it's not necessary that you have to have a fashion degree to get into this,
Mhm.
but a degree in anything related with humans, so psychology hai, HR hai. If you are a professional who is from any field that engages with a lot of people, it's a great addition. Even if it's not there, I still know a lot of people who are engineers, who are from software background, or even doctors. I know a few dentists who are now image consultants.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a very open area.
Yeah.
You should have some interest in fashion, in humans, and you should have good communication skills. Are the basic skill set.
Great, great, perfect. Thank you so much for that. We'll now move on to taking up the questions from the audience. They have a few which they've sent me directly, as a direct message, probably by mistake.
Right.
However, what I'll do is I'll just start taking them up. Uh, I'm not really sure what you meant by that question, Yathanshu, but I don't, but I'll still like what I interpret from what he's trying to ask you is that the softwares on which you are working, but are there any softwares as such which image consultants really work on? I'm not aware
Not
of any.
really.
Yeah,
No, there isn't a software. Yes, it's an individual practice, right? All
right.
image consultants are freelancers unless and until they are hired by fashion houses to
Okay,
become stylists for them or become fashion merchandisers for them. So
right.
that option is also available. But otherwise, I don't really use any software. But you have to ensure that you're very hands-on with online, shopping websites, different websites. You do have a good connect. You're able to reach out, you have good presence on social media. So that kind of is important, but there isn't a software that image consultants use.
Got it. So the next question is from Prashant. He's asking you, can you tell us a platform where we can probably acquire some soft skills training?
Um, See, if you're talking about online platforms, there are quite a few, right? So Udemy is one. There is something called Mind Valley.
Mind Valley.
In fact, I am in touch. There's Metaversity, which has come up. I am in touch with various platforms also to have my programs online. In fact, I'm working on one right now, and my some of my programs will also be available online. But online, these are the platforms available. Otherwise, soft skills training is conducted by ICBI. They do have a certified program with NABET India, and also it is Scottish Qualification Authority UK certified. So it's a very credible program if you want to do.
Mhm.
Whereas other institutes also in India and internationally provide soft skills training or a TTT program, train the trainer program. So
Yeah.
go online, look out for TTT programs. You'll find quite a few.
Okay. Perfect. So another query which Yathanshu has is that is this a degree course or it's a diploma?
It's a diploma program. It's not certified by a university. It's not accredited by a university, which makes it a diploma program.
Got
So
it.
it is a diploma, or we call it an ICP program, Image Consulting Partner Program. And that's how it is. You do get certificates which are internationally valid. Consel Institute will give you a certificate. ICBI will give you a certificate. So those additional formalities are there, of course.
Right.
But
Okay.
interestingly, because we are talking about it, and since we've got such a young audience, when I was studying for my image consulting program, I think I got one of my first clients just 3 or
Mhm.
4 months down the line, right? The moment I joined the program, about 3 or 4 months down, I got my first client or an inquiry. I was very nervous and I was speaking to a friend of mine. I said, I'm not even completed the program. In fact, image consulting hasn't even started for me. I'm just still doing the soft skills part or the communication part of it. How
Right.
do I, take this new client up? Listen, yeah, just show up confidently. Wear good clothes, hold yourself high, and just show up for the interview or for the meeting. Nobody asks you if you're certified. And trust me, there nobody till date has asked me if I'm a certified image consultant, which I am but now.
Yeah.
But it's see, that's what image consulting or programs like this they teach you, right? Even NLP, they create that inner confidence within you. Of course, there should always be knowledge. By
Yeah.
the time I took up this client, I had finished a lot of modules of my image management, which is why I could successfully guide that person.
Right.
But the programs like this, the learnings and experiences in your life will make you this confident person where certificate won't matter. The moment you walk in and say, Hi, I'm an image consultant, the way you say it
It
and
will.
the way you
Yeah.
look when you say it, that
Right.
kind of is a deal sealer for you.
True, true. It is. I think at the end of the day, it's all about your holistic growth and development and the personality, as you said. Because, yes, obviously, having a good technical expertise and the right hard skills is good, but you need the right soft skills to complement it to be able to balance it out, right? Today. So, yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
right,
Yeah.
right. Perfect. The next question, again, I think he sent it to me directly, but I'll just take it up. There's someone named Sanjay who's asking you, is there a good scope for image consultancy in Ahmedabad? I'm not really sure if it's a very correct question to ask, but still, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'll tell you, it's actually quite good.
Okay.
Uh, Yathanshu has interestingly asked me a very image consulting related program core question. I'll just come to that. But
Yeah.
yes, so I started working as an image consultant in Ahmedabad in 2011 or 12.
Okay.
And since then, I have consistently worked as an image consultant, which means there is a market. And there isn't just me. There are, I think, other 30, 40 image consultants in the Ahmedabad market. All of them have enough work. We don't overlap, we don't compete wildly, and we have our own clientele and our own niche that we cater to. So it's not, while you're doing an umbrella program like image consulting, there are so many components under it.
Right.
Once you pick up your niche, then you have the right market for you. Of course, Bombay does have a bigger market, but then that means if Ahmedabad has 40 image consultants, Bombay would have 120
100.
image consultants,
Exactly. Right.
right? So it just multiplies in terms of volume, everything, business as well as competition. But Ahmedabad has been a very good market.
Great. Okay. Yathanshu asked you if you could explain him a bit more about color blocking when it comes
Right.
to the
So,
clothes. Yeah. For
yeah.
everyone else.
So, yeah. Yatanshu, color is a very important aspect of how we dress, right? In fact, our skin color, our hair color, the color of clothes that we wear, all of that adds the visual optic that we are creating for for anybody who's seeing us. Color blocking is using two solid colors together in a certain proportion so that my idea would be to use color blocking to either increase the height of my client or reduce the width of my client or provide an interest on a part of the body that this person wants to highlight.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
color blocking is using solid colors and plain colors to use blocks in the visual.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So, okay, that's clear. So there is one question which I have also as well. Let's say there is a person who's working, I don't know, in a conventional IT job, probably a software engineer, maybe
Hmm.
a consultant, but a technology consultant, and I want to transition to something like image consulting. Do you think there would be certain challenges or roadblocks that I would essentially face, or how could I transition smoothly into something which is not really connected, right?
Right. So, which is why I would always tell somebody that even if you are a fashion designer, if you are from the fashion field, still go ahead and do the program. Right? The
Okay.
program has been created in a way so that you get the technical know-how of dressing. Some of us, I remember that ever since I was a kid, I was interested in clothes and dressing and using colors, in different way on my body. Uh, that because I also got the technical know-how of it, I'm now able to use it more wisely, right? Otherwise, it would be have been a layman usage again.
Hmm.
Even if it's a software engineer, if it's like I said, a doctor, anybody who wants to step into the program or make a career in image consulting, please do the course. Very important to get your technicals right, because you're not working as a stylist, you're not working as a dresser, right? You're not working just as a personal shopper. You're
Right.
actually working to create communication for a person. Image consulting is what? It's a form of communication, right? What I wear, how I look like is also communicating to my audience. So you will know why you are doing what you're doing, which I think is a very important factor, right? I think all of us agree the why you're doing something is very important. So do the program. It's not very difficult. It will require certain sense for clothing, like I said, certain sense for humans, human psychology, which is actually also provided by the course. So I did my transaction analysis, leadership, a lot of other things that I now cover as an image consultant from my program. So
Okay.
my advice would be that do the program, even if you're from an unrelated or even related field, still do the program to get your technicals right.
Okay. Perfect. I have another question where they're asking you that the course structure in a fashion technology institute probably covers all the subjects, or the image consulting program has other things also. If you can differentiate between the two.
Right. So see, fashion technology, because I also teach, at NIFT and all, I
NIFT.
understand
Right.
how, yeah, NIFT, which is the premier institute for fashion in India.
Right.
Uh, I know that they are very technical, right? I have students who make presentations to me who are talking about needle tips
Yes.
and the multiple time kind of, hundreds of needle tip aspects that they have. So
Right.
those are mechanics of machinery or a fashion, right? How a garment is made
Same.
is probably what is taught in those programs. Image consulting will give you details about the elements of design, which are line, shape, color, texture, I think one more, right? So there are 5 elements basically. So image consulting will give you the technicalities, but you won't really get to make a garment. You're only going out in the market, understanding why a garment will look on the body type of your client. Now,
Hmm.
fashion technology does not cover body type of a client.
True. True.
So there I get a lot of people who say, ma'am, why can't we just go to a fashion designer, right?
Yeah.
I say because a fashion designer will create, his design considering an ideal body type. Now, very few of us are actually ideal body types, right? Which is why image consulting will train you on body type and then what fashion will
Fashion
look good on it,
will
or
look
what
good.
kind
Right.
of clothing. So it's
True.
very human centric and not garment centric. So
Hmm.
that's how it differentiates from fashion technology program.
Okay, perfect. And I mean, we'll wait if anyone else who has joined in, and if you have any questions pertaining to probably image consulting, even soft skills or NLP, feel free to drop it in. But there's this one thing which is coming in my mind meanwhile, so I'll just go ahead and ask you that. So, since do you feel that because did not just restrict your knowledge to image consulting, you also you've done your soft skills training as well, and you went into NLP practicing as well? Do you think because of the wide array of skills that you bring to the table, the services that you can offer to your clients or the packages are better and you could upskill?
Of course, there are, I know people who have done their graduation and become image consultants and
Right.
now find themselves a little stuck because they don't have the experience of, work or, like I said, understanding or exploring their human relationships with others.
Got
But
it.
because I have a certain variety of background,
Yeah.
I'm able to get in more into my game. So
Right.
I'll give you an example in the pandemic also because, image management is so human. We have to go out to a mall, we have to go meet designers, meet our clients to be able to do our service. A lot of people were not able to work in this period simply
Hmm.
because they were stuck at home, right?
Right.
Fashion ki zarurat nahi thi. There was no need to buy new shoes, new jewelry, new perfume, new purses. So how does an image consultant earn then? But
Hmm.
because I have soft skills training background, I have an NLP
Exactly.
background, I
Yeah.
was still able to continue working. So
Right.
I would say that even as an image consultant, please train yourself on other areas. Also, don't just stop at image consulting.
Right.
I also have, various other art of living I have completed, NLP I have completed, landmark forum courses I have done. So the investment in self will have to be
We'll have.
continuous.
Right. True. True. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for that. The next question is from Sanjana. She's again sent it to me directly. She's asking you, are there any image consulting institutes in Ahmedabad, which is the best one?
There's only one. It's called ICBI, Image Consulting Business Institute. Sanjana, if you could message me separately later, I will lead you to connect with them.
Sure. I think you can reach out to ma'am on LinkedIn and she'd be more than willing to help you, Sanjana. And okay,
Absolutely.
let me go on to the next question, which Yathanshu has asked you again. Do image consultants also have the elements of animation while making human body type, or while
Not really.
having not? No, I don't think they do
No,
that, right?
no. You have to understand proportion.
Yeah.
And proportion is also something that is taught in the program. So, what is an ideal body type and what is a 1-to-1 proportion or 2-to-1 proportion is a part of the program. But I don't really have to learn about it externally.
Okay. And are there any technical skills per se which you must possess, like essentially as an image consultant, like very technical?
Uh, Things related to your dressing, right? The elements of design, like I said, proportion. Also, how different knowledge of different fabrics, cuts, and styles is
Okay.
very, very important. But that is given as a
In
part
the
of the
program.
program. Your color skills, everything is a part of the program.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So, Claire, we were also talking about the ABC
Please,
of
also
image. If
image
we could,
consultant.
yeah, come
Right.
back to it,
Please,
right?
please. Sure.
So, the A stands for appearance, B stands for behavior, and C stands for communication. So if you are looking at making your image stronger, powerful, and impress the world with your image, please ensure you work on your appearance. You don't have to be fashionable, you have to be appropriate, right? You have to work on your behavior. You don't have to be a royalty, but you have to have the right etiquette, the right mannerisms to fit different scenarios. And of course, you have to have the communication in terms of language, but also in terms of your craft, your skill to weave stories or convince people. All these three elements create a very powerful image, which, like I said, I didn't have to become an image consultant, but by working on these three elements, I could convince people that I'm a credible candidate.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And I think okay, if we are in the future, would be working. Okay. I'm not really sure what you mean by your question, Yathanshu, but what I interpret is you're asking, ma'am, that in the future, if you'd be working for any company, then how could the work of brand blocking happen? I'm not really sure what do you mean by brand blocking as such.
Neither am I. So I
Uh,
do work branding a lot and I talk about branding all the time, but brand blocking is a word that I haven't used yet or come ahead with.
right, right.
Uh,
If you could
Yathanshu, if you could
probably
please just
elaborate,
put in, yes.
yeah, yeah. If you could just give us some more clarity on what you're exactly wanting to, know, that would be better.
So how branding works is again, I talk about 4 pillars of branding all the time. I say the first thing is you have to be visible.
Mm-hmm.
So a brand is only picked up if it is visible. You have to be professional, which means you have to deliver on the promises that you make. That increases your credibility. People begin to buy into you. They support you, help you, and then that creates reliability, which means they will keep coming back to you for further business. Also, they'll depend on you to satiate their needs. So these are the 4 pillars of branding. Any organization that is looking at branding should focus on these 4 areas: visibility, professionalism, credibility, and reliability.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I'll just
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to ask it because of my question. For example, if I would be working for Levi's, so in the shopper stop or the lifestyle, when the brand has been made in their competition, for example, Wrangler or Lee, so how to make the brand in which we are working for, as I've taken the example of Levi's, to be more prominent to the customer whom are visiting. That's why
Like I
that's
said,
what I mean
yeah.
about
So
brand blocking.
yeah, so Yadanshu, that's what I said, right? You have to first be visible. Even if you go to a mall or a store, if I can't see Levi's, I will not buy Levi's, right? So
hmm,
that has to be visible. It has to be good quality, good fabric, good stitch, good buttons, good rivets, right? Good quality of garment altogether. That will create credibility. I will buy it, I'll use it, and I like it. That's why the reliability. So the first thing is to crack is to get visibility, which is why a lot of brands like Levi's and all pay a certain premium to be in a store, placed in a store at a certain
where
way.
right, exactly. So that the human eye always needs, the store when
Absolutely.
as soon as they enter it, probably it's very strategically positioned also. Yeah.
It is,
True,
yeah.
true. So, do you also think that probably when it comes to brands, since we're talking about brands, one last question that I'd like to take up. before we end the session, ma'am. So do you really think that probably brand consulting and image consulting can also go hand in hand, and you can probably become a brand and image consultant at the same time? Or they are obviously
is.
they're two separate things.
No,
But
it's kind of overlapping each other, right?
yeah,
So an image is the projection of a brand,
exactly.
right?
Right,
So
right.
so it overlaps one another. So when you're talking about image consulting, it is ideally used in a more individual manner. So I become an image consultant. About it as an organizational level, then we begin to talk about it, or as a product, we talk about branding.
Got it. Understood. Understood. Okay. I think we've had a couple of insightful questions from the audience, as well as I think I threw a couple of them from my end as well, because I personally wanted to know a lot about this field, because I have been inclined towards it. However, I probably never got the chance to explore it. So thank you so much for answering those questions. And thank you everyone for being a very interactive audience and throwing some great questions there. I hope you enjoyed the session, ma'am. And thank you so much for coming again.
Absolutely, there. It was so good, to actually get questions and answer to people live. I
Right.
do a lot of Insta lives and all. Usme thoda sa there's a little dilution in terms of
Yeah.
content versus engagement. But
True.
I'm very happy that Yatanshu and quite a few other people sent really meaningful questions and added value to what we were talking about.
True. True.
And yeah, it was great speaking to you. I was expecting a very interesting, riveting conversation, and I've received exactly that.
Perfect. I'm so happy to know that. And yes, the recording of the session after the editing and everything is done will be up on my website, and I will be sharing it with all of you as well as with ma'am. So till then, you can stay tuned for the next session. Thank you so much. LinkedIn, it's the same name as which she is logged in with. It's Sandhya Anatani, the same name. You can look her up on LinkedIn and please connect with her. Feel free to ask her any questions.
Please do.
And yeah, so yeah, thank you everyone again. Have a great
Thank you
weekend
so
ahead.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Bye, everybody. Have a
Bye,
great weekend.
everyone. Thank you.